Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Room here to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Cooks will come in motion right.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hale. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll go down at the 28. 106 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the speed is the whole.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Ready. Here we go. Get up. Drill green. Check 55. Check 50.
He'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. Yep, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Push him back. Push him back. Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
Now a run with Akers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Boy, 199 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Back to the ground with Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
So now the Texans down 31-28, under 1:20 to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Ready, yellow, 43. Ready.
Back to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hearns brings it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. This is caught. It's Cooks. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,